Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabans. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get into today's topic. Let's get into it immediately here. So let's get into it. So, as you guys know, the Lakers got the doors blown off of them in Game 1 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. But going into that game, JJ Redick was trying to do what LeBron fans and clutch media guys always do, which is they try to set narratives before things happen. And one of the things that JJ tried to put out there was that, oh man, this Oklahoma City Thunder team, this is one of the greatest teams of all time. How can you be one of the greatest NBA teams of all time and you only have one championship? How is this even possible? How is this even possible? They're one of the greatest teams of all time, but they only have one championship. Really? But what he was trying to do was he was trying to build in the excuses and say, if we lose, this is the reason we lost. And for LeBron fans, this works perfectly because their whole GOAT arguments is based off of excuses. Oh, LeBron couldn't beat KD because he wasn't so good. LeBron couldn't do this and LeBron couldn't do that. They don't even argue facts anymore. They don't even deal with win. LeBron fans don't even base their arguments on winning anymore. Their arguments is based on losing. How many rounds did Michael Jordan lose? How times Michael Jordan lose? Like, bro, no matter what you say, Jordan had a far more impressive career than LeBron. It's just that the accolades cannot be compared. It's not even close. I don't even know what we discuss. Like, what's the debate? I don't even think it's close. Y'all be thinking it's close. I don't think it's close at all. But I digress. I don't want to go down, get into a tangent here. But anyway, I came across a show yesterday from The Odd Couple with Rob Parker. And he apparently had heard the comments that JJ Redick made, which is like a built-in excuse. And Rob Parker absolutely unleashed on JJ Redick. But before we even get into what Rob had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here. And there's no better way to cash in on all of the high-flying hoop action than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on PrizePicks. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. PrizePicks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player picked during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out PrizePicks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. PrizePicks is now available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, perfect. So what we want to do is I want to play what Rob Parker had to say. I want you guys to listen to it, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Rob Parker here going off on JJ Redick.
JJ Redick said something today, Rob G, that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, ahead of Game 1, the Lakers, you mentioned it, 15.5-point underdogs.
That is unbelievable. Has LeBron ever been a 15.5-point underdog?
I don't
you know
think
what I
even
mean?
back
In
in
a playoff
07 he was
game?
that low.
My God.
But yeah, it's not looking good for the Lakers. Everybody's expecting not only to lose this series, but all likelihood to get swept. And JJ Redick, ahead of Game 1, spoke about the task at hand going against the defending champion Thunder. Take a listen.
We saw a stat in our morning meeting this morning, like of teams that have had back-to-back or even more than that, 10 or more better net ratings in consecutive seasons. We're talking about the 95-96 Bulls, the 96-97 Bulls, and then the 15 through 17 Warriors. You're literally talking about two of the greatest teams of all time. I said to a bunch of people yesterday, off-site, that were, talking about this series to me. I said, yeah, the Thunder are one of the greatest teams ever in NBA history. That's just the reality. They're that good. I think our guys recognize that and respect that, and we know what kind of task we have in front of us.
No, they are not one of the greatest teams in NBA history, JJ Redick. What baloney is that? They won a championship. We gave them a parade. We threw the confetti at them. They also went 7 games against Denver and 7 games against Indiana. If Halliburton didn't get hurt, they might have lost that championship. I don't care what the numbers say. This is a typical coach speak. J.J. Redick thinks everybody's a dummy. You know what he's saying? Keith, he's saying, we're going to get drubbed, so I'm going to soften the blow. I'm going to tell you how great they are, so no one's going to look at me and say, oh, the Lakers are garbage or they're trash or how embarrassing. Even with LeBron, everybody talks about how great he is and the numbers he's still putting up, and nobody gives him a damn chance. I get it. OKC is the defending champs, and they are a hell of a team. But to crown them with one championship that they're one of the greatest teams of all time, can you stop? Can you pump the brakes? Can you give us a break? J.J. Redick is full of baloney. J.J. Redick is a $3 bill. J.J. Redick is disingenuous. It's coach speak, Keith. He's trying to deflect and tell you there's nothing to see here. He's warning Laker fans. Don't worry, we are losing because they're so great. I never heard a defeatist attitude before you even get into a series. My God, do you know that thing's called upsets? I'm not buying J.J. Redick.
So you heard what Rob had to say. What are my thoughts about this? I can see where Rob Parker's coming from. It's like he's talking like he's basically saying that J.J. Redick has a defeatist attitude. And if that's the case, why even play? Number one. Number two, why are you saying this to the media? What does you telling us have anything to do with anything? This is something that you should keep between yourselves and in the corridors of the Lakers practice facility. Why are you telling the world about this? Okay, now we know. What does it change? Nothing. So it almost seems as if you're like laying the table so that if you guys get the doors blown off of you, which most likely will happen, you will have an excuse. And how are your troops supposed to feel like? And he brought up a good point, which was upsets happen in sports. That's 100% true. Upsets do happen. You remember when the Golden State Warriors knocked off the 62, I think the 62 or 63 win, or 66 win, I could be wrong, maybe 66 win Dallas Mavericks. They were heavy underdogs, and they beat them in round one, the 8th seed versus the 1 seed. It has happened before. We have seen upsets before. So why are you going into this game with excuses already built in? Number one. Number two, how does this empower your players? It doesn't empower them at all. All it does is it gives them an out. So when they lose, which they inevitably will lose, they'll say, oh, well, you see, we didn't have a chance, which is typical LeBron James fan way of behaving and thinking. Their whole thing is, who could beat Kevin Durant? We couldn't beat Kevin. Instead of just saying, my guy wasn't good enough to get it done. Then they say, oh, well, Michael Jordan could never do it. Bro, only LeBron fans feel like he's better than Michael Jordan. Y'all think y'all have some kind of movement and other people rock with y'all. It's just y'all alone. This is the loudest, annoying fan base in NBA history. Y'all think because this man is the GOAT to y'all think in reality this is what people think. No, it's just you guys. That's all. It's just y'all. No one else thinks this but you guys and you guys alone. So Rob Parker has a right to call out JJ because, frankly, he was trying to build in excuses. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. That's exactly what he was doing.